broke up with me between Christmas and New Year's over the phone when I was like 600 miles away. Maybe that would have been a good story to tell. I don't know, but that's not as funny. So about a month later, I decided to, you know, as the old saying goes, the best way to get over somebody is to get under somebody else. And I lived in New Orleans at the time, and I went to this place called the Funky Bud. It's not there anymore, I don't think. I think it closed soon after Katrina, but it's known as the birthplace of jazz, and it's an awesome place. They had this band that played there Sunday nights. They had a resident singer called Big Sam's Funky Nation, and a friend of mine played trumpet with them, this guy Jana. We actually went to college together, and I've been studying him for a few years, but I was just now single and like not really sure what to do about that. But I figured a lot of drinking would help, and so I went to see him play one Sunday night. It was awesome. I was counting drinks in the back, and he gets done. And I'm like, all right, feeling kind of loose. I can talk to him now. And I'm like, oh hey, I like your show. I don't really know what to do. And he's like, oh, it's great. You know, he's cool. He plays trumpet, so you know, he's like, yeah, whatever. And he's like, hey, let's do some shots. I'm like, oh, cool. And he brings out tequila shots. And I just always hated tequila. I can't stand the smell of it. Just the smell makes me ill, honestly. I don't even know if I drunk it before this night. I just knew I couldn't for whatever reason. But I did. I did that night. And as you do when you don't do things, you do them. And so I had those, you know, on top of, you know, the 900 other drinks I had, you know, in order to get up the nerve to talk to this guy. So then we, you know, I did a shot with him. I didn't want to, you know, lose face. And that's going to prove to be foreshadowing soon. So we did the shot, and as soon as it went down, I knew it wasn't staying there for very long. I knew I had to get the hell out of there like very soon. I didn't even care anymore about like the rebound or whatever. I just had to be away from people, and you know, I needed somewhere with a lot of room for, you know, a lot of sprawling and crying and vomiting. And so I'm telling him this stuff basically, and he's like, oh, I'll give you a ride home, you know, because I lived way uptown. I was gonna just walk to the streetcar and, you know, throw up along the way. And but he's like, I'll give you a ride home. I'm like, okay, you know, maybe I can save this night. Maybe, you know, I'll have the windows down, you know, the fresh air. This is good. He's taking me home. I mean, this is a good sign, you know. And so we get in his car. You know, I roll the windows down. I'm sitting there. And about, you know, we're not even out of the French Quarter yet, where I realize the inevitable, it's going to happen. It's not a matter of if or even when, or even where at this point. It's will he notice? And you know, it's in hindsight, because since then, you know, I'm 32 now. I was like 22 at the time. There's so many ways to throw up covertly. Like, you can, if you have like a scarf or like a pocket or whatever. But this is New Orleans. Like, you don't really wear a lot of outerwear, so I was probably wearing something like this. I would, but without the accordion, because that would have been a good shield too. But I didn't have any like receptacles, so I'm just looking around this car to see what's there, you know, to see what's what. You know, he's driving. I'm trying to look casual. I'm looking around. Unfortunately, he kept a very clean car, but I did see on the floor, I spotted a plastic bag on the floorboard by my feet. This is a million years ago, back in the days of record stores, and it was a Tower Records bag. And so I pick it up, and I'm like, making like, you know, fake conversation, like, oh, you bought some music today, let's see what you got. And it's like, there's like 3 or 4 CDs in it, so I take each one out individually, and I'm commenting on each one, to, you know, nonchalantly, like, but I can't even read what they say. I'm so wasted that I'm just making up. I'm just saying like, oh yeah, that's that bear with that dog right there. I don't know. There's just blurry images, and I'm like taking each one out one by one, setting them on the seat next to me, and finally, at last, I have this empty bag in front of me. And I just destroyed that thing, and I just let it all come out, you know, and it didn't even like, it really occurred to me at the time, like, oh, I've had a crush on this guy for years, and I'm throwing up next to him into a plastic bag, like, he won't notice, even though it's just a little small sedan. And you know, the tequila, all the other drinks, the breakfast, lunch, dinner, this being New Orleans, so it's probably a little bit of lagniappe, as we say down there, a little something extra. And so he's still driving, and he's like, are you throwing up in that bag? Are you okay? I can pull over. And I paused just enough, you know, and I have, you know, my bag of, you know, it's a gumbo of shame in there at this point. And but I take a breath, and I look up from the bag, and I'm like, no, it's cool. I've done this before. I will not get anything on your car. And to my one credit, I did not get any